From New York to London to Berlin, queer, healthcare and anti-war activists are uniting. Fund Healthcare Not Warfare is a new coalition of anti-war, Jewish Voice for Peace, Palestinian solidarity activists and healthcare movements to demand a permanent ceasefire now and an end to the Israeli occupation, apartheid and settler colonialism.
How we sort of from an international community point of view, how can we put pressure on our decision makers here? How can we organize? How can we partner with people on the ground to make sure that we alleviate the burden?
We will try and think across to make connections with the climate justice movement and illustrate that, through a health perspective and looking at the health concerns of these communities, we say, well, how does that change how we should think about our relationship with these countries, and what does reparations mean, and how do we think about healing in the long term, etc.
It's not a fight with my family, it's not a fight with my society, it's actually a fight against also occupying forces. It felt like a war that I have to conduct every day.
The thing about organising and being an activist is that we're not just building community and being politically vocal. We are caring and loving at a level that most of us don't actually ever get to do.
Our voices, our anger, and our humanity is a potent threat to oppressors everywhere. So never forget, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free.
Taking the millions of NHS patients that there are right now who rely on the NHS, who are often being held back from getting access to NHS care, taking them on a journey to show how they can empathise with people in Palestine who have been completely denied their right to healthcare.
To keep on challenging traditional way of being activist and protest.
With ACT UP in the 80s, with bodies being at town halls and things like that, really thinking creatively and collectively about what our protests look like and how they can be most effective.
Bolstering a lot of MPs that are basically going to be deselected, like Absana Begum and others who are at risk of that, making people aware of the kind of no ceasefire, no vote push.
Pressurising, the organised labour movement here to actually take on a more leading role in threatening to shut the country down. They've proven very successful at doing that, the RMT, for example, over the last year. But, we need to see that same energy around Palestine.
ACT UP, fight hate, free Palestine! ACT UP, fight hate, free Palestine!